Morning. It's 3:20 a.m. We'll go ahead and time mark this one. It's Valentine's Day. Love Valentine's Day and Cupid. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I had a dream. So when I get up in the morning, I leave out of my bedroom, out of my master suite, and I go into another room. And I sit down or lay down and I meditate and I spend some time with God giving thanks for everything that He has done for me. And when your body gets into a really relaxed state, you can even fall asleep. And I fell into what's called a theta beta metronome, which is a deep sleep where the subconscious mind is starting to communicate. And I had a dream about my dad. And I hadn't had one of these dreams previous. The last one I had was I was in prison. I was in prison. And I probably was about maybe 4 years in. And the dream was so bad that it woke me up crying. And it wasn't that my father had died. And my father's very much alive. He doesn't live too far from me. But I remember running across him and he did not acknowledge me. He didn't recognize me. He didn't know me. And I kept asking him, why won't you talk to me? And he wouldn't talk to me. And this dream, this nightmare this morning was similar to that. I don't have the best relationship with him, and I don't know why. I don't have a clue why. But I know that I need to talk to him about that soon. And what I mean by soon, today. We live in this world and it's so hard for us to move forward and swallow our pride and let go of our fear. That literally, in most cases, the only time we get to say goodbye or what we felt is when the person is dead. And we're given some type of eulogy at their funeral. I was fortunate enough not to have to do that with my grandmother because I felt open enough to kind of share my feelings with her. So I had some closure there that I had never not showed how much she meant to me. So if I was going to tell somebody something today on this Valentine's Day, it would be don't hold back your feelings from somebody who you believe deserves to hear them. because there's no if or and to it. You'll miss your opportunity and you'll regret that. I mean, this dream was on the same level as that one. And it was very cold, very disturbing. And see, with my dad, I think something in his mind may be, he may have a different story in his mind about how I see him. I know he might harbor some type of feeling about me going to prison and may feel guilty about that. I don't know. He used to whoop my ass. He may feel guilty about that. Ass whoopings, yeah, that didn't really bother me because I know he didn't whoop me because he hated me. He may have whooped me sometimes because he was frustrated with himself. But I think we all do that. But with my dad, all I remember is him being the one that would lift me up to the basketball hoop so that I could get closer to making the shot. Somewhere along the way, he lost his dream, and I think on that same path, we lost our relationship. And I believe that the two are directly in line with one another. I don't believe they play separate parts. I believe that they are direct correlation. So, sorry I'm speaking so slow. Sorry I'm speaking so slow. But literally, the dream just happened. So, I can't imagine myself distant from my kids. Even when Malachi, he's at a point in his life that I don't know nothing about 16, 17. I was slanging crack rock at 16 and hanging out on blocks and dope houses and running with gangs. I ain't know nothing about no school. I went to school and got into fights and got kicked out all the time. I don't know anything about what his life is like. 16, 17. We can go even further back. 14, 15. I was running wild at that age. But I had to really kind of say, okay, well, I can't relate to you, but I can listen to you. I can be here for you. And just as long as I'm not distant from you. Never seen that flower shop. You know what I mean? If I don't understand you, it doesn't allow me to be distant from you. It just means that I have to readjust. And somewhere along the line, me and my dad just did not readjust. And that's sad because I don't know how he sees our relationship or how he sees our past. But all I see is the person who picked me up and just got me closer to the basketball hoop. I think he's made a lot of mistakes, but that's not the thing that I hold above, and that's kind of flips me out why we don't have a relationship, because we don't. I mean, we see each other, but there's not too much acknowledging going on. So I'm just rambling on and on because this one's got me a little bit shook. I'm going to go have a good workout at the gym. And I'm going to have a fantastic day. I'm going to go home. I'm going to celebrate Valentine's Day. And got my little girl a big old teddy bear bigger than her little body. And I can imagine her just hugging it and never forgetting that moment. See, that's what I'm about. That's what I'm about. I'm about building those memories and those moments where my kids will always remember me. And even, you know, I'm realistic. I know that kids go their own way. I know that they're gonna do their own thing. And there's going to be times they ain't got time for me. That's cool. I get it. But at the end of the day, at the end of the show, they're going to have a lot of memories. They're going to have a lot of good stuff to hold on to. That's important to me. That's very important. Given the fact that when I was sitting in prison, I remember sitting in prison, and on Saturday or Sunday, I think it may have been Sunday, because you know, don't nothing come on TV on no Sunday. And I remember watching Julia Child cooking in the kitchen. And I used to always just be like, I want to be out and do stuff like that. Well, when you done sat in a prison cell watching Julia Child, trust me, you got a whole bunch of ideas about how you want to build your life up. Because there was a lot of people in there still doing craziness. I would see fools in there shooting up heroin, passing out, ODing. They'd have to resuscitate them by putting an ice pack on their balls and throwing them in cold showers to resuscitate them, and hope that the CO, the correctional officer, didn't find them. Fools in there still. I mean, I ain't gonna say I was a saint, because I was still always chasing money. But what I'm saying is, I knew where I was at, and I knew where I didn't want to be at no more, and that's why I ain't been back since. God seemed fit to walk me through that desert one time. Everything else has been a different type of me. Stay blessed. Have a good day.